Now, here in the 5th unit in your early nursing syllabus, that is last one, that is nursing care of infant and children with HIV and AIDS. In communicable diseases we learnt about superficially. Now we will see the in-depth about this condition. Children are innocent victims, as you know, of HIV and AIDS. HIV are human deficiency viruses leads to AIDS, that is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. It is fatal illness, as you know. It is also pandemic with large number of infected children throughout the world. It is generally asymptomatic. No vaccine is available for its prevention. Definition: HIV/AIDS is a spectrum of conditions caused by the infection with an human immunodeficiency virus. Human immunodeficiency virus infection for infants, children, and adolescents is represented by a continuum of immunological and clinical classification ranging from no to severe immunological suppressions and asymptomatic to severe symptomatic. Anatomy and physiology of HIV, if you see: immunity, then innate immunity, acquired immunity, active immunity and passive immunity, natural and artificial, as you know. Immunoglobulins: IgG immunoglobulin, major serum immunoglobulin, only maternal immunoglobulin that is normally transported across the placenta and provides natural passive immunity in the newborn. Neutralizes with the viruses, encourage phagocytosis. IgA, main immunoglobulin in the colostrum, saliva and tears. IgM, earliest immunoglobulin to be synthesized by the fetus, not transported across the placenta. Its presence in the fetus or newborn indicates intrauterine infections, and its detection is usually in the diagnosis of congenital infections such as syphilis, HIV, rubella and toxoplasmosis. History, epidemiology. Then in India, 2.5 million people living with HIV, 0.3% adult HIV prevalence, 86,000 new HIV infections, 60,000 AIDS-related deaths, 43% adults on the antiretroviral treatment. Etiology: caused by human immunodeficiency virus. Then mode of transmission: HIV is transmitted primarily via unprotected sexual intercourse, contaminated blood transfusions, hypodermic needles, mother to child during the pregnancy, delivery and breastfeeding. Vertical transmission: a vertical transmitted infection is an infection caused by bacteria, viruses, or in rare cases parasites, transmitted directly from the mother to an embryo, fetus or baby during pregnancy or childbirth. Pathogenesis: once the virus enters into the blood of the fetus through the placenta of infected mother or through any other mode of transmission, then the virus comes in contact with CD4 lymphocytes. It binds with the CD4 antigen presence on the T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes. After binding, the virus enters into the cell. Inside the cell, the virus genome uncodes, and with the help of reverse transcriptase converts the single RNA into double-stranded RNA. This DNA integrated into the infected cell genome. This integration causes the formation of HIV viruses progressively with the help of host cell. Clinical manifestations: at birth generally asymptomatic. Clinical features appears in two forms, that is rapid progressive 80% and onset of disease from 3 to 4 months of age, slow progressive and onset of 8 years of age. Some general features: general lymphadenopathy, especially in axillary areas, persistent or recurrent oral candidiasis, developmental delay, hepatomegaly, splenomegaly, persistent diarrhea, keratitis, unexplained anemia, thrombocytopenia, unexplained cardiac and kidney diseases, recurrent mild and serious bacterial infection. Opportunistic infection: children with HIV infection, advanced or severe immunosuppressive, are susceptible to develop virus opportunistic infections. Important pathogens include pneumocystis, then cryptosporidium, cryptococcus and CMV. Respiratory infections: pneumocystis, pneumonia, recurrent bacterial infections. Common pathogens are Streptococcus pneumonia, Haemophilus influenza, Streptococcus aureus, Pseudomonas aeruginosa. These are the sites where the HIV affects. Tuberculosis, then neurological disease, progressive encephalopathy, impaired brain growth, meningitis, toxoplasmosis, cardiovascular abnormalities, tachycardia, Then CHF, nephrotic syndrome. Renal involvement, nephropathy, nephrotic syndrome, azotemia, polyuria, oliguria, hematuria. Clinical staging according to WHO, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. Only stage 4 are there. Now we will see one by one. Stage 1, asymptomatic, as you know, persistent generalized lymphadenopathy. Stage 2, papular phoretic eruptions and fungal nail infections, angular cheilitis, linear gingival erythema, recurrent oral ulcer, recurrent chronic for respiratory tract infections. Stage 3, unexplained moderate malnutrition, diarrhea, unexplained persistent diarrhea, unexplained persistent fever, persistent oral candidiasis, oral highly leukoplakia, acute necrotizing ulcerative periodontitis, lymph node tuberculosis, pulmonary tuberculosis, severe recurrent bacterial pneumonia, symptomatic lymphoid intestinal pneumonitis, chronic HIV-associated lung disease including bronchiectasis, oral candidiasis in upper pictures you are seeing. Then oral hairy leukoplakia, then necrotizing ulcerative periodontitis. Stage 4, unexplained severe wasting and severe malnutrition, not responding to standard therapy, pneumocystitis pneumonia, recurrent severe bacterial infection, chronic herpes simplex infection, esophageal candidiasis, Kaposi's syndrome, then CMV infections and CNS toxoplasmosis, extrapulmonary cryptococcus, then chronic cryptosporiasis, Hodgkin's lymphoma. These are the pictures. Indicators of severe immunosuppression by CD4 count. By CD4 count percentage, more than 12 months, that is more than 25%, 40 to 35 months, more than 20%, 36 to 59 months, more than 15%, 5 plus years, 5 years plus more than 15%. Then CD4 count is more than 1500 in less than up to 12 months, 12 to 35 months, more than 1050, 36 to 59 months, more than 350, 5 years plus more than 400. By total lymphocytic count, up to 12 months, more than 4000, 12 to 35 months, more than 3000, 36 to 59 months, more than 2500, 5 years plus more than 2000. Complications: recurrent infections, opportunistic infections, acute chronic ENT infections, tuberculosis, malabsorption and wasting, developmental delay, cardiomyopathies, nephropathies, neuropathies, neutropenia, anemia, thrombocytopenia, psychological crisis. Diagnosis by ELISA and PCR, Western blot test and CBC. Complete blood count. Manual flowchart for the diagnostic evaluation sequence. ARV therapy will be given to the child, recommended less than 2 years, irrespective of clinical symptoms and immunological state. Available of ART has transferred HIV infections from the unformally fatal conditions to a chronic infections. 8 children can live to normal life. The currently available therapy does not eradicate the virus and cure the child. It rather suppresses the virus's replication for an extended period of time. HART is the combination of two NRTIs with a TLR and NNRTIs. These are the different types of drugs. National Program for Management of HIV infected children recommends a combination of jurovidine, lamivudine and nevirapine. As a first line treatment, NRTA, nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors. NNRTM is non-nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors. PI means protease inhibitors. Antiviral drugs: jurovidine, lamivudine, nitrosouline, chavidine, diamidone, tenofovir and abacavir. These are the different types of HIV. Cotrimoxazole prophylaxis. Also recommended for HIV exposed breastfeeding children of any age should be continued until the HIV infection can be excluded by the HIV antibiotic testing at least 6 weeks after the complete session of breastfeeding. Nutrition for HIV patients: Eating a diet with high vegetables, fruits, whole grains and legumes, choosing lean and low-fat sources of protein, limiting sweets, soft drinks and foods with added sugars, including proteins and carbohydrates, little good fat in all meals and snacks. This is different doses of all minerals and diet menu. Then immunization of HIV positive children. Routine pediatric immunization must be given to HIV infected children. Oral polio vaccine, pedigree vaccine, activated polio vaccines, MMR vaccines are administered to them. Nursing management, medical records must be reviewed. History, complete physical and medical history should be taken. Assess growth and development. Then assess the family, understanding the child condition. Assess family coping mechanism. Assess health of the primary caregiver. Assess the child's understandings. In children with advanced or end-stage diseases, assess the level of pain and discomfort. Assess the child's coping and response to frequent painful and invasive procedures. Assess for animal contact. Take through travel history to avoid the risk of co-infections such as TB, malaria, microbial infections. Now also assess the increased risk of behavior such as substance abuse, piercing or sexual activity. Also determine method of birth control as appropriate. Nursing diagnosis, risk of infections related to immunodeficiency, neutropenia, ineffective therapeutic regimen management related to insufficient knowledge of HIV, non-compliance and limited resources, imbalance in nutrition, less than body requirements related to malabsorption, anorexia or pain, impaired oral mucosal membrane related to candidiasis, herpes stomatitis, diarrhea related to enteric pathogens and disease process medications, hyperthermia related to HIV and secondary infections, delayed growth and development related to HIV, CNS infection, ineffective family coping related to parental guilt and nature of disease, ineffective coping of child related to unresolved issues around the disclosures, hospitalization losses, pain related to advanced or end-stage HIV diseases, fear related to frequent invasive procedure, diagnosis and stigmatization. These are all nursing diagnosis and their interventions. You have to write as assignment for writing the nursing care plan for the HIV infected child. Prevention. Preventive measures are best attempt to control of global problems of HIV or AIDS. For basic approaches to control the HIV or AIDS include prevention by health education to make life-saving choices and avoiding blood-borne HIV infections, ARVs treatment with combination therapy or post-exposure prophylaxis, specific prophylaxis for HIV manifestations, example isoniazid for TB, and PSC's approaches with integrated care in the mother and child health and health education, prevention of MPCT, ART regimen for prevention. Then two options are available daily. This is the TB treatment for them. For azithromycin, two options are available in ART regimen for pregnant women. Daily azithromycin in antepartum period in combination of single dose of nevirapine at onset of labor and dose of azithromycin 3 doses, and during the labor followed by the combination of azithromycin and 3 TCs. This is the different HIV drugs for 7 days postpartum period. This is another regimen. There you are seeing. Then regimen for infants and HIV positive mothers. If the mother received only the drugs in HIV, there in the slide. What is AGT, what is TGT, all this information. Once again I will show you. Girovidin, TTC, Smith Lamdovidin, then Entrecitibin, all these drugs in here. Repeated the regimens with a different people. for breastfeeding infants daily, everything from birth until 1 week after. All exposure to breast milk has ended. Dose of Nevirapine is 10 mg per day per oral for infants less than 2.5 kg or 15 milligrams per day oral for infants more than 2.5 kg. For non-breastfeeding infants daily, Duravudine, Nevirapine from birth until 6 weeks of age. The dose of Duravudine is 4 mg per kg per oral per dose twice a day. If mother receives triple Duravudine during the pregnancy, entire breastfeeding Duravudine and Nevirapine for birth until 6 weeks of age, irrespective of feeding. Then intrapartum interventions: avoid artificial rupture of membranes, avoid procedures increasing risk of exposure of child to maternal blood and secretions. Breastfeeding, exclusive breastfeeding has to be reported to carry a lower risk of HIV transmission than mixed feeding. Unaffected mothers should only give commercial infant formula milk as a replacement feed. Programs: HIV prevention in India. Then Project Pechan, then AHAN, then Link Work Scheme, then Red Urban Express, Condom Social Marketing Program, NACO programs by the Madhya Pradesh government, IECs, ICTCs, Red Ribbon Club, Link Worker Scheme. These are the questions related to HIV. So this is about the nursing care of infant and children with HIV and AIDS. World AIDS Day is December 1st.